Back to the daily grind, and shout out to the full-time patrons. Make sure to hit subscribe if you're new and hit thumbs up if you're not a baby back bagel biting bitch boy, cause you know what time it is. It's full time.
MMA.
Amanda Nunes has officially signed the contract to fight Cris Cyborg, but not at UFC 228 in Dallas, which is where Cris Cyborg wants to fight. I don't know what the hell's going on here, but I have to tend to believe Amanda Nunes is playing games. I gotta go that way. Cris Cyborg's ready to fight. She's ready. There's no avoiding that. She came out today and said, I agreed for the second time to fight Amanda Nunes September 8th, UFC Dallas. My last fight was 4 months ago. I'm ready to fight. She said, I've just been challenged to a fight 1 year in the future. When she saw what Amanda Nunes was up to, she said, I missed the days of pride, because after she came out and revealed she agreed to fight Amanda Nunes at UFC 228, you started seeing Amanda Nunes' girlfriend, and now even Amanda Nunes come out and say, no. Like, that's too soon for some reason. That's fake news. We want to fight at UFC 232. Now, if it's health issues, I get it. If Amanda Nunes is injured until UFC 232, I'm fine with that. But if you just want to do that because you know Cris Cyborg wants to fight earlier, and so you're like, oh, maybe she'll fight somebody else, you know? Like, then I'm not rocking with that. And it already looks bad because you're the one that started calling Cris Cyborg out. You wanted this super fight first, and Cris Cyborg tried to give you ample opportunity to duck your motherfucking taco. And real quick, full-time family, before you forget, make sure you hit the thumbs up button if you're enjoying this video, and also if you're new, hit the subscribe button and the bell next to it so you're notified every time I upload a video. And if you want to see more videos like this, just check out the video description, the Full-Time MMA Dojo over here at patreon.com/fulltimemma, and you can see a lot of other cool things, including the goals of this channel, which is something new, so make sure you go check that out. And with that being said, enjoy the rest of the video. But you didn't. She tried to say, I don't want to fight a fellow Brazilian. You said, no, let's do it. She tried to say, you're not a draw. She tried to say, yes, I am. Bada boom. It's a champion versus champion super fight. It's the fight the fans want to see. And so as soon as Cris Cyborg turns around and says, all right, now let's fight then. You're the champion. You convinced me. I don't want to do this, nothing personal, but you asked for it. So bring that ass here, girl. And then Amanda Nunes starts talking about, nah, we might be fighting Caitlin Vieira. I want to fight Holly Holm. Let's do. And now Cris Cyborg kind of fucked up here because she was down whenever Amanda Nunes came out and said, I want to fight Holly Holm next. Cris Cyborg came out like, yeah, I want to see that fight, and then the winner can fight me. Maybe there was a little bit of greed there because she's like, oh, that makes the fight even bigger. Because Cris Cyborg, in my mind, should have been coming out and saying, no. You're fighting me next. Fuck this Holly Holm fight. Fight me next. You've been calling me out. Whenever you're healthy, it's me and you, Nunes. We're not letting this go. We got to handle this. But Cris Cyborg came out talking about, yeah, Holly Holm and Nunes, that would be a good fight, and then I'll fight the winner. You know, and that was not too long ago. But now Cris Cyborg's ready to fight, so we got a problem. Because if Amanda Nunes is not ready to fight, then who does Cris Cyborg fight? We don't have no featherweights yet. She gonna fight another girl off the street? And I'm talking about from another organization, from bantamweight? Or is Amanda Nunes just going to get in gear and be ready to fight? And this is my thing with Amanda Nunes. Why are you not ready to fight in UFC 228? If it's injury, say that. If it's because you're injured from your last fight. I do remember whenever Amanda Nunes fought her last defense against Raquel Pennington at UFC 222, that she was supposed to be out for up to 6 months. But if those 6 months are up by UFC 228, then if you're healthy to fight at UFC 228, then there's absolutely no reason to sit out until UFC 232. There would be no reason. And especially with Cris Cyborg ready to fight. If Cris Cyborg's ready to fight at UFC 228 in September, you're trying to tell me we all gotta wait four more pay-per-views, 2 more months, just because? Well, what's the reason? If it's not an injury, it's not good enough. I mean, it is what it is, though. We'll see what happens. I'll keep you guys updated. But in my mind, man, and I'm an Amanda Nunes fan, this isn't looking good. So the UFC, it seems like they're sending out multiple contracts. You guys want to fight at 228, 232? That just seems like the next fight. But here's the deal. Amanda Nunes did sign the contract. She is signing the contract, but for 232. So maybe the fight is on, if Cyborg wants to wait until then. But now we have to see, does Cyborg want to wait for Nunes? She's just said she's ready to fight. So if she doesn't want to wait for Nunes, it doesn't matter that Amanda Nunes just signed the contract, because Cyborg's going to be fighting someone else before then, if she wants to. She said she's ready to fight, so I actually believe Cyborg would likely fight again before that date. So it is what it is. Seems like Amanda, and I told you guys, I kind of predicted this. I said, watch, man, Cyborg signed the contract. Amanda Nunes' team is going to have some reason that they're not going to sign for this date. And now the reason is, yeah, not that date. Let's get it at UFC 232. So this is unfortunate. And also, Amanda Nunes, you got nothing to lose. You're not fighting for your belt, even if you're taking an L. Go in there and take this L. The sooner the better. You got a bantamweight division you're holding up in the meantime. You're not going to fight again until UFC 232. And it's not even in your division. So that means we for sure are probably going to need a fucking interim belt at bantamweight. We were talking about a possible Amanda Nunes versus Holly Holm fight. That would have at least been keeping the bantamweight division moving for girls like Caitlin Vieira and Marion Renault. But now if you're talking about not fighting until UFC 232 and it's going to be at bantamweight, what the fuck about Holly Holm and Caitlin Vieira and these other girls that are trying to fight for this title? Are they just waiting until 232? Cyborg's ready to go at UFC 228. I mean, come on, man. This is kind of some bullshit, man, as far as what it's looking like. And I'll say this: if Amanda Nunes is not trying to fight until UFC 232, I for sure think there's going to have to be an interim title fight or something between Caitlin Vieira and Holly Holm. I already think that's the best fight to make as far as who's the next rightful #1 contender, because it looked like Holly Holm was going to be getting the shot, but Caitlin Vieira was kind of the person that was supposed to get the shot, but Holly Holm's got the bigger name, also been fighting title fights at 145, so it's kind of a toss-up between Holly Holm and Caitlin Vieira. But it looked like Holly Holm was going to get the nod. But hey, if Nunes is going to be waiting until 232 to fight Cyborg, let's get a fight between Caitlin Vieira and Holly Holm in the mix, and that way we'll know who the #1 contender is whenever Nunes gets back. But with that being said, it is what it is. Let the full-time family know what you guys think in the comments. And before we go, shout out to all the full-time MMA white belts that have hit the subscribe button. Also make sure you hit the bell right next to it so you get notified every time I upload a new video. And this is the hardest working MMA channel on YouTube. We provide daily updates, predictions, betting advice, we do songs, we do fantasy fights. We've interviewed Aljamain Sterling, Sean O'Malley, Bruce Lachmedio, and Felony Charles Bennett, all in just 1 year as an MMA channel. We're one of the fastest growing MMA channels on the net, but we're still small, so make sure you guys go check out the Full-Time MMA Dojo if you want to learn how you can become a full-time MMA black belt. And while you're there, you can see where this MMA channel started from, some of the goals we have for the channel, and even more cool videos just like this one if you enjoyed it. So thanks again to all the full-time MMA white belts that have hit the subscribe button. And also, if you're just lurking and this is your first time seeing a video, appreciate that as well. I'm out.
Da 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 da. It's the motherfucking DOG.